Well, ladies, before turning the microphone over to the ambassador, I would briefly like to say my own thanks to everyone for their hard work, especially to all the families of all of the staff. I know it's taken a tough toll on many families, and people haven't seen parents or spouses for a while, and we do especially appreciate that. 我也想特别感谢我们中国的职员呢，和他们的家属啊。我知道呢，没有你们的努力啊，没有你们的工作啊，我们在领馆呢，什么事情都办不到，所以非常感谢你们。 Now, I would like to thank the ambassador. In fact, as many of you know, I think he is a true China hand, an expert on China. He is also a close personal friend of the president. Many of you may know that he is actually a former, I think, and understands the kind of work that goes into this. Many of you may not know that it was his strong recommendation to hold this event, to give everyone the opportunity to meet with the president. That was one of the key factors in helping this event happen. So I particularly want to thank him for that. And now, Ambassador Rand.
Thank you. Tungsherman, 朋友们，下山了。Distinguished visitors, Consul General Levine, and our China mission team, you are the greatest. It is said that a nation which forgets its defenders will itself be forgotten. Today, before introducing the President of the United States, I would like to personally congratulate Sergeant Khalid of our Shanghai Marine Security Guard Detachment. Sergeant Khalid is re-enlisting. He is an American citizen, the son of immigrants from Yemen. He speaks Arabic and was raised a Muslim. Our China mission, like our great nation, embraces people of every race, color, and faith, who now stand together, united in our common cause. Sergeant Khalid. You make us proud. Historically, when the United States has faced great peril, we have been blessed by truly great and courageous leaders who have stepped to the fore. This is the case now. It is my unparalleled privilege and honor to introduce to you today a man I've known for many years, a good man, a man of faith and family, a great American, and a natural leader who is leading the civilized world in our war against the evil of terrorism. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you George W. Bush, the President of the United States of America.
Ambassador Rand's boss, the Secretary of State, by the way, is doing a fabulous job on behalf of the American people. I want to thank all my fellow Americans who are here. Those of you who are working for a great land and great people. I also want to thank the Foreign Service nationals who are here as well. All of us are very proud of the job that say that I sent a clear signal to China that I take this relationship very seriously, that it's a paramount concern of my administration when I picked my longtime friend to be the ambassador to this country. I've known Clark T. for a long, long period of time. I've known him to be a man who is bright, intelligent, and who understands China well. He's going to be a great ambassador to this country. Hank, I want to thank you as well. I know how much work goes into making sure one of these trips goes well. After all, our delegation's only occupying 3 full hotels. It's good for the economy when the president shows up. But I want to thank you, I want to thank your office, all the people who've helped with the arrangements for this important trip. Sergeant, I want to thank you as well for your service to the country. As you all know, I committed American troops to a very important cause in the last couple of weeks. And I did so with the full confidence that our military is the best in the world. The American people have got the full confidence that our military will fulfill its mission. And one of the reasons I've got so much confidence is I know many of the people who wear the uniform. Sergeant Lee represents the fine quality of the men and women who serve our country. Sergeant, thank you very much for being here. Before I work my way through the rope line to shake everybody's hand and thank you for coming, I want to give you a report from the home front, what it's like in the United States. The United States of America is united. It is strong. It is determined to reject evil, to fight terrorism. The United States people are very patient. They understand that we've entered into a new kind of conflict. And they, like the President and the Secretary of State, are ready to do whatever it takes to win. We will not let terrorists win. Our fight is not against a religion or a nation. Our fight is against evil people and a government that houses them. Our fight is against the evildoers, individuals who think so evil that they're willing to murder innocent people and those who house them. The doctrine is that those who have committed crimes against America and crimes against freedom will be held accountable. But so will nations who harbor them, who feed them, and who hide them. And our great government, along with others, is now making that statement clear to the world. And we're making good progress. We got them on the run. And slowly but surely, putting the net of justice around them. They being the Taliban as the host, and the Al-Qaeda as the parasite. And we will bring it to justice, make no mistake about it, and the world will be better for it than we do. We had a very good meeting with President John today. Now he understands the threat that terrorism means, not only to America, but to nations around the world. And he also is willing to join with us in a war against terror. The war against terror is more than just conventional means. The war against terror, using conventional means, the war against terror means strong diplomacy. For those of you on the diplomatic front, thank you for helping wage that war. The war against terror means sharing of information, the Chinese government is more than willing to work with us as we share information to hunt these evildoers down. The war against terror is fought on all kinds of fronts. And whether you realize it or not, you're on the front lines of this war, and we want to thank you for that. I come to this important, I come to this meeting in a time of, uncertainty in America. And I did so because I wanted our country to have the confidence that our government is doing everything we can to win. We're going to continue to build coalitions. We're going to continue to rally the world. At home, I want to assure you that we're responding quickly. Perhaps you read about these anthrax mailings. We don't know who did it yet. But if you've got relatives at home, I can assure you that our government is taking necessary actions to make sure Americans are treated quickly when we find any exposure to our fellow citizens. We're doing everything we can at home to disrupt the evildoers. Our Justice Department is on full alert. The FBI is active within the Constitution of the United States of America. We're protecting your loved ones and your relatives in America. But I also will remind you that the surest way to make sure America is protected and other governments and countries are protected is to win the war, is to find them, patiently hunt them down, and bring them to justice. And that's exactly what our great land is going to do. I'm glad to be back in China. I was here when my mother and dad lived here in the mid-70s. You weren't here, were you? There's a man who got a lot of tenure. I got to tell you, I was amazed. As a matter of fact, my mother and my family, except for my dad, got on a train in 1975 and motored down from Beijing to Shanghai. And I still remember Shanghai. But what I drove through last night from the airport, just mind-boggling. It's a great testament to the ingenuity and drive of the Chinese people. It's going to be hard to describe to my fellow citizens what I saw. It's miraculous and incredible, really. And I think it's those of you probably who've been here for a while take it for granted. I didn't, and I was amazed. But it speaks to the great opportunities that exist between China and the United States. The relationship is a very important relationship, one that I take seriously, and one that I'm confident will be a positive relationship that will lead to not only strong relations at the governmental level, but good relations between our two peoples. I want to thank you again for working on behalf of the great land called America. We're strong, we are steady, we're united. I'm so proud of the American people, and I'm honored to be the president of the greatest land on the face of the earth. Thank you for coming.